Right now, though, we're excited. We're excited because we have one of our favorite guests in studio.
Best recurring segment of the year? Maybe?
It might be. It just might be. She is the #1 ranked player in the world in the game of golf for her graduating class of 2025. And she's a recipient of many humanitarian awards, including the 2016 Peggy Kirk Bell Humanitarian Award. That's the U.S. Kid's highest honor for raising over $40,000 for cancer patients since 2015. It is Avery Zweig. Hi, Avery.
Hi.
We got our old man Ivan here as well. Ivan, how are you, sir?
Come on, guys. Thanks
Get
for
close.
having us.
Come on, you've been in here twice now. You got to get close.
You know how this works.
Come on, you're supposed to be an old pro by now. Even Avery's like shaking her head, like, "Come on, Dad."
Quit embarrassing.
She's shaking her head. No, she's the radio star. Hi, Avery. How are you?
Good.
How's golf?
It's coming along. I'm working on my putting, but I'm doing good.
Is putting the if you were power ranking your best and most need for improvement parts of your game, what would you say? What's your best?
The best or needs improvement.
Best first.
Best. My ball striking is really good now.
Off the tee or irons or just all of it?
So cocky.
It really is. He's a cocky sniff after that. You know.
My ball striking is sick.
I think
Chris.
it's my driver.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you smash the driver, right? Isn't that your trick? Like, you're a 10-year-old, cute little girl, but you're just violent off the tee, aren't you? How much do you outdrive these other girls by?
My age, I don't know.
Her age, 40 yards.
Yeah?
50 yards sometimes.
Sometimes he lasers it. Like if I hit it really solid.
You laser it back to the other girl's ball?
Yes,
Come
he
on,
does.
Dad.
Well, that's rude. But a couple of times I thought they were going to build a Walmart between the distance. I just,
Smell you, big fella.
Oh,
well,
God.
I can brag on her. But
All right, we've had Avery in before, and you're one of our favorite guests for a number of reasons. Number one, that you're a big, well, not number one, but you're a huge P1. I don't know if it's by choice or because your dad always has it on when you're in the car, and you sort of, by osmosis, fall in love with a bunch of ticket drops and ticket people and stuff like that. So we will get to those shortly, but first off, we want to talk about, I really don't know what's more important, and it's kind of how you view life, because I think it's just amazing that you're as good of a golfer as you are, but the charitable work that you are doing and your dad is helping you with is really incredible. So if you want to, please explain to us maybe how it all started with the Win Green campaign and what it's become today.
Well, this all started with 2 years ago when my school janitor named Mr. Jeff got diagnosed with lung cancer. He didn't have enough money to go through chemo and all that kind of stuff. So I said I wanted to do something, and we ended up linking with the Two Seam Dream Foundation, and I raised $8,000 alone. And then the next year I was going to do it all on my own, and we thought we weren't going to have anyone to raise money for, but we found Case and Crow, a 2-year-old boy with neuroblastoma, and right before the campaign was starting, 4 people said they wanted to help. So they came in, and our goal was to raise $25,000. We blew through that, raising $29,000, and that's kind of where it started, where it was going to be a group. And then this year, we're capping it at 50 kids, and we're raising money for a 9-year-old girl with leukemia named Sadie Keller, and she's from here in Texas.
That's unbelievable.
It's amazing. So
100,000.
2015, it was just you. 2016, you have 5 kids, and now you're at 50 elite golfers around the world. You're aiming to raise $100,000 for pediatric cancer, right?
Yes.
It's really amazing.
Thank you.
So the wingreencampaign.com website is the place to go if you guys want to be involved in it. And golf in general, it's funny, most golfers spend time thinking about getting themselves on tour and making a success of themselves and then getting into some sort of a charitable situation. And the fact that you guys have decided to start down this path is pretty interesting. And how difficult it is for you to know all this stuff. I mean, you just rattled all that off without any notes or anything. I mean, it's totally as important to you as the golf game, isn't it?
It's actually more important, especially at this age. Like, I'm not gonna care when I'm an adult that I won a golf tournament. I'm gonna care that I raised $100,000 for cancer for cancer research. So it's really important.
All right, wingreencampaign.com
I love you.
is we love you. We love Avery. What a good girl. She's 10. And I just got in a 10-minute argument with Justin about not signing up for a fantasy baseball league.
You're an
Seriously?
You're an embarrassment.
Oh.
That's the most significant thing I did today. Was yell at my friend Justin about fantasy baseball.
I love that drop.
Not
for
real
Justin.
baseball.
Not even real baseball. So, all right, Avery, wingreencampaign.com is the website. Please go to that. And we're not going to throw it out there right now, but Cash and I and a bunch of us people at the ticket are kind of in the works with Avery and with Ivan to put a little a golf excursion, we might call it, together that hopefully in the next couple months we're going to be laying out, and we want to contribute as well, and hopefully we can be a part of it and help what you're doing. Avery, you've won 144 golf tournaments, yeah?
That's my dad counting. I don't count. That's him. That's not me.
He's got the whole trophy room, and he's...
Well,
Statistician.
this is going to sound like braggy, but we did have to get a few more shelves and tables for it in our new house.
Yes. All right, so
Shrine.
I know that you have an annual sort of a reassessment of your game, and you are 10 years old. I mean, golf's a weird sport where every now and again there'll be somebody in their early teens who sort of pop up and maybe throw a low number down and like, my God, how is this person playing with these people? But from what I understand, you have pretty high aspirations for maybe not the immediate future, but what are your current plans, and what's the ceiling that you're aiming for as far as your golf career and your game?
Well, I'm not really going to put a so-called ceiling on it. I have my goals, and one of them is to qualify for the U.S. Open by the time I'm 13. And
What?
at the end of August, at the end of August, school is about to start, and the summer golf season ends. And I kind of assess my game on the summer and set new goals for the next summer season. So I said I want to qualify for the U.S. Open by the time I'm 13. So my dad's like, oh well, if you wanna try to qualify, you've got to get much stronger. And I said, okay, let's do it. So I started training, and
Give him a day in the life. Just real
Yeah.
quick, a quick rundown of your Tuesday. Tuesdays are heavy
It's a
day.
heavy day. And I've
Yeah.
seen some videos from more like about a year ago. I think it's when you first started this training regimen, and Dad had you out there running mailbox to mailbox in the street.
Oh, that was just me. Now she's with professionals.
That was just the beginning of
She's
the
with trained professionals at Cooper.
She's
Cooper
not dodging
Aerobics.
traffic in the street. Now
That's
you had
right.
her.
Car like Wayne's World.
Try to catch a wrench.
Yeah, that's right. So tell them real quick, like your Tuesday.
a
'cause it's a
day
big day.
in the life of the Nugget. Okay, so
The Nugget.
Oh, jeez.
so on Tuesdays, I wake up at 5:45.
Out.
I train with my trainer Taylor, and we usually start around like 6:30, and then every workout is like a plyometric workout, so it's like really hard. She loves medicine balls. And then we end around 7:20. I get dressed. I go home. I get dressed. I go to school. And then when I'm done with school, I usually have a lesson or we practice. And then at 7:30, I have yoga, which kind of balances it out because training is really hard on my legs. And I'm kind of weird because I always have something wrong with me. It's
Physical
I
ailments.
totally know
Yes.
what you're talking about.
It's just like-
Yeah.
my hip hurts.
You have gout too?
Wow. Do you have gout? That's right.
So Tuesdays are wall to wall, and your fitness is a big priority right now. Let me ask you, like, as far as how far you're hitting, how you're scoring. I mean, how much work needs to be done between now and what you think will actually qualify for a U.S. Open? Because that is, I mean, that's the pinnacle of women's golf in America, right?
It is, yes. But I really think I'm like almost there. As I said, my putting needs a little bit of work. I'm working on getting my stroke a little bit smoother. But I think I'm doing well right now. I just need a little bit more work, and I'll be ready.
She played 6,100 yards, 3-day tournament against 18-year-olds and came in second.
What'd she
And,
shoot?
She went 79, 83, 78.
I think it was 82.
Okay.
Well, so
79, 82.
and a 78 on a 6,100-yard course against 18-year-olds, and she's 10.
Right.
Yes.
So she's, I mean, in the 79 even, if she made some putts, she could have been 73, 74.
Yeah.
So if she's in the right qualifier, you can get in with 74, 74,
You're
73.
talking about for U.S. Open?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking. So, I mean, if the target is before 13 and we're at 10 right now, how far off are we? And also, you're not able to do it this year, or you're already too late at this point?
No, she can do it. So she's playing. We're going to most likely go to Minnesota and do the U.S. Open qualifier. And, yeah, and we're doing that so because it's the first time she'll have played 36 holes in one day, and it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
And hopefully the caddy doesn't die of heat stroke or exhaustion from walking.
I worry for him.
I know.
I worry for him.
So how many of her age are even attempting this right now?
None. Alexa Pano is. We mentioned her last year. She's kind of our leader she's the Pied Piper of all the junior golfers. She's awesome, and she's been doing it for the last couple of years. Her dad's been instrumental in kind of advising us, and we would have never pushed her to play these long distances. He said, nobody cares what your scores are when you're 9 or 10, so go play the long distances so you're ready. And she's literally, she won't, put it this way, she won't embarrass herself going and playing in a U.S. Open qualifier. I'm not sure, I'm not going to put limits on her. I don't know if she'll make it or not this year, but certainly by next year she'll be long enough.
Yeah, for me, it's just the fact that you're trying is the victory at this point. I mean, you got a great head on your shoulders, and obviously you guys are not like pushing her, to do anything, and it's just really, really cool to see that you even want to attempt it at this point. Taking, all the pressure off yourself, regardless of something happening or not, is really just a real awesome victory for somebody like you. This is really, really cool.
She drives the bus on it, and it's our job as parents to just help try and enable, those type of things, and also if she says something totally unrealistic, we kind of reset. But there's nothing she's really brought up in golf related that's been unrealistic yet. So there's no reason to limit her. So we'll help her.
This is Avery Zweig, her old man, Ivan, and that's about all the golf we got. We need to get to this serious stuff now, okay? You ready?
Serious, okay.
Because Avery, every time she comes, I don't know how this came about. I think Ivan suggested she do it because she listens to the ticket a lot in the car, certainly when she's in it with her dad. And last time she was here, she came up with a list of her top 10 favorite drops that she wanted to hear when she came in studio. And now we have a new list.
Oh, boy.
That I think it's a mix of some old ones, some new ones, but I think we have them all ready. Charlie, you ready?
Not Charlie.
Oh, sorry. I just pulled a Donald Trump. We can't make any mistakes here.
Billy.
Can't make mistakes here. Pat?
Johnny?
Here's Pat. All right.
I don't know, man. I just think space is super gay.
That's your number 10?
Okay.
Is she going to announce
Yeah,
it?
let her read them, and then you'll play them.
You read the number 10.
So
All right, number 10. Space is super gay.
I don't know, man. I just think space is super gay.
Don't wuss out. You got to say it into the
You gotta read
microphone.
it.
all right,
on.
number 9.
9. Still ski on the weekends. I can't do it.
Still ski on the weekend.
All right, number 8.
Corby bragging montage.
Ooh.
I'm a master of alarm clocks. I pretty much ran through about 23 girls in 6 weeks. I slept on a twin bed my whole life. People are angry at me because I'm a millionaire. I got a telescope. Yeah, I talked to Alice Cooper.
Wow.
I have to go see a movie tonight for work.
Yeah, I talked to Alice Cooper.
So ridiculous.
You like that one, huh?
They're funny. All right, number 7 on Avery Zweig's top 10 drops.
Some nice sauteed carrots and some lemon pepper chicken.
Yeah, some nice salmon, some lemon pepper chicken, some asparagus, and some broccoli with carrots.
All right, number
This is a
6.
10-year-old's favorite
Number
10 drop.
Number 6.
Okay, so this is the way I'm saying it is not actually like the actual drop, but it's absolutely you betcha.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay, go.
Absolutely, you bitch. So aggressive.
Little side story that she heard the whole hardline genesis of that drop. That's how she knows. So she got to hear the whole thing with the Beatles parodies. She was requesting like third level humor, like wanting y'all to play Beatles parody songs from. I'm like, Avery, we can't go
Hold
that
on,
deep. We'll
just
never
drop.
find it.
That's
God, that's funny.
So number 5, halfway there. Simultaneous Sturm.
Bob
He's been a little hard.
Yeah, you know.
And again, now it is technically clearly it's just a number. Clearly, it was born on this day.
Certainly, this is not the
Certainly, the quantification of how many years.
Watching you look at this stuff is freaking amazing.
That's
awesome.
funny. All right, what do we got? Number 4?
This one is so sad.
So sad. You do a weird Trump.
All right, top 3.
I do. I'm not very good at impressions.
That's okay. You're great at golf and charity.
Corby doo-doo at the Masters.
Doo-dooed at the Masters, yes.
By the way, Corby doo-dooed at the Masters.
I won't ask Ivan to comment on his history in that department. All right, number 2.
Okay.
Number 2.
So for this one, I can do actually a really good impression.
All right.
No.
Corby Machine and no. I can't.
Oh my God. Never do that again.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Hold on, you do your version of it again.
Oh no.
Come on.
No. I can't. Breathe in, breathe out.
All right, who's your champion?
And here we go. Number 1, Avery Zweig's current favorite drop on the ticket is...
Drum roll, please.
Wow.
I don't die.
All right, John Dial.
All right, hold on. One more time. Clean, play it.
All right, John Dial.
I don't die.
God, that's great.
Oh my gosh.
Killer was a big player this year.
Yeah,
He's hot.
Killer is for me too. He's a big player. All right, well, that was her top 10, and that's awesome. But we remember her number 1 last year.
And
so.
still my number 1, Sum Ting Wong.
Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ow.
It is so weird. Like every time I just feel like seeing that or seeing something funny, I go on YouTube and I look up that. And she's saying it so seriously, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I ask him every time, did this girl get fired or did she get like punished of some sort? But I feel bad for her.
That's not her fault. She got fed that information.
He's like Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are the best. Avery Zweig, thank you so much. Best of luck to you in your golf game, in your charitable efforts, and just in life, because you're an absolute sweetheart.
Thank you.
And a lot of that is a result of your great parents who are here today. And wingreencampaign.com is the website. Everything they need, right, is available there. So please go on, support Avery. And yeah, again, we're going to have hopefully a pretty big Cirque announcement that'll coincide with what you guys are trying to do here in the next couple of months. So thank you, Avery. We love you. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, and shout out. I want to shout out.
Quick shout out. Quick.
So my 2 teachers, Miss Mitchell and Miss Pickett, and the people that are at Dry Gym and Putt, Emery Cameron, Gianna Clement, and Alexa Pano. Boom.
Oh my God. Wow.
All right, we'll be right back.
Load up the phone line.